How's it going, guys? So in this video I'm going to be showing you how I made this brand new reptile pit for some of my outdoor lizards. I was going for a really naturalistic look, so I'll show you lots of tips and tricks along the way. Let's get into it.
Yes.
So here we're making a naturalistic box hide for the reptiles. This is going to be a fake rock. Hopefully it's going to look really good. This is just expanding foam. What we've been doing is cutting it and shaping it. Now it's going to go around both these sides where you'll see it, as well as on the lid to hopefully make a bolder sort of look. So here now we've started to put the concrete on, and it's already starting to look more like rock. So it's a bit of a long process. Okay, so now I've added in some of the rocks and leaves and stuff I'm going to be using, as well as I put in this thing to go over the divider. It's like a semi-hollow big bit of wood, so I just think it looks really cool. And then as well as I added some bricks for the rock hides, or the big boxes that I'm going to be using. So here is the finished rock box hide. Here's the lid. It's all covered and sealed and painted. I also threw a bit of sand on it to give it a bit of an effect, but they can just come off. So what I did was put the concrete on, then painted it. I did 3 different layers. I did a dark brown and black on the bottom, and then over that I brushed a bit of reds, and then over that a bit of yellows, and it gives it a really good textured rock effect. I think it came out really well. And then after that I simply covered it in 2 coats of pond sealer to harden it up, make it strong, and there you have it. So if you're planning to make one of these yourself, a few things you'd obviously have to keep in mind. It's obviously a lot heavier than it normally would be just because of the concrete and the sheer weight of it, but yeah, it still looks really cool, and you've got to be careful not to bump it on any other rocks or anything, because it is just foam under there and it's only a thin layer of concrete, so you'll end up wrecking it. But here we go. Chuck it in here. There you have it, in place. So that's how it looks in place. I think it looks pretty damn good. And I'll just throw some leaves on top of that to make it look a bit more natural, I suppose. Something like that. A few more on top. It's that easy. So as you can hopefully see in these enclosures, I'm taking the same approach as I did it with my last pits, and that is having the sand built up more at the back, giving it a high and dry side. So I'll build that up a little bit more, and then I'll start setting up the enclosure. I'll put some rocks in front and then add more substrate. So as much as I love this setup here that I made, I'm actually going to be taking these lizards out of here and putting them in this new pit I'm building, because I was hoping they would breed this year. But I think this enclosure doesn't get enough sunlight on it, and just the wire and stuff blocks out a bit of the heat. So I don't think they got hot enough to want to successfully breed. Plus it'll be nice to have them in a bigger, more visible display. But yeah, these guys are getting out of here, and I'm going to be shutting this down as a blue tongue enclosure, I think, unless I put babies in here. But I was thinking I would just make this into a outdoor Boyd's enclosure. So I'm going to use the nice big plant as well as the rocks and the substrate to help build up and make the new enclosures even nicer. Alright, so here we're about to start the build on the second box for the other pit. Here it is here. A bit different this time. I'm trying to give it less of a boxy sort of look, so we've shaved off this corner that was here to hopefully give it a more round look, which I'll then do over the top as well, hopefully with the foam. So that's what we're about to do. Cover it in expanding foam, giving it the rocky sort of outline base. Alright, I just finished shaping the box and this is how it looks. I think it looks like a nice cool rock. Also painted it black because with the last one, after I put the concrete on, some of it would crack, and then through the cracks you could see the white foam, so it really contrasted the look. But yeah, so that's what that's trying to avoid. And yeah, this is the box. So the lid just comes off like that. And yeah, I'm going to start concreting. So now all the concrete is on and it's all dry. It's time to paint. I think it's looking pretty damn good so far. So yeah, we'll see what we can do with the paint. Now the bottom dark layer is on and dry. What we're then going to do is add on some lighter brownish red sort of colour. And this time you're not going to cover the whole thing. You're just going to kind of dry brush it, I suppose. So you don't want to get into every little crack. Just try and gently sweep it over the top. And yeah, just cover all the raised up bits, I suppose, keeping the bits underneath a bit darker. You want to just hit it like that. Just sort of lightly getting all the sort of raised up bits. This gives it a really good textured look. And it looks even better when it's dry. It looks a bit light right now, but it's going to dry and blend together a bit more. And when I do it, I try and stroke in the same sort of line to give it that sort of layered look. Then we'll do the same thing again with the yellow. Now that the yellow's on, here we have it. Painting is done. In a few spots I just added like a little bit extra, like really got it in there. And yeah, I think it looks pretty good. It's got a bit of that sandstone sort of look. So now the painting's all done, we're going to put on some pond sealer. This will really stiffen it all up and make it way more solid than it is already. Even though it's already pretty damn solid, this will just give it a nice coat over the top. It'll stop damage and of course make it waterproof, so it can be fine out there in the elements. So after 2 coats of pond sealer, it's now solid as, and it's in place. I think it looks pretty awesome. I just covered some little rocks around the side of it to make it look a bit more in place, and yeah, I'm stoked. I think it looks awesome. So here we have it. The enclosures are pretty much done. I'm loving how they turned out. Yeah, so got the boxes up in there. They look really good. Nice big rock hides. Look really nice and natural, which I absolutely love. And yeah, I planted it out and put Yuki mulch all through the bottom and then covered it in leaves as well, which I'll continue to do as it goes, because you know, as it rains and things like that, they all break down a bit. But yeah, I've added in plants. As you can see, this plant here was from the other enclosure. Just fit in there and it looks really good. Put some hollow logs around it. In here we've got another one of those same species of plant, as well as some kangaroo paw, and I can't remember what this one's called. So yeah, added them in, and also added one up there as well. What else we got? We got, you know, water bowls. There's a little natural looking rock food bowl as well. Going for the whole natural look. I covered the area around the box in some rocks that are of similar colour, so it really matches. Did it on this side as well, and it gives it a really nice look, I think. So yeah, I'm really happy with how it's turned out. Of course, I can just change things around as I go. This thing's a bit of a basking platform slash hide. I can take that out if I want, put some rocks there. But yeah, I think it's really awesome. Seems to be working well. It'll look a whole bunch better too once all the plants have really grown in and grown out a lot. It'll cover up some of the area and make it look like just proper bushland. So I hope you guys have enjoyed the video. I hope you found it helpful. Hopefully it inspires you to make something better for your reptiles. I know the animals are sure loving it in there. So thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you next time. Make sure you subscribe for more videos like this, as well as everything else to do with Aussie reptiles, especially little lizards. Leave any comments or questions below, and make sure you follow my page for more.